Hey guys, so I'm gonna show you how to install WordPress on Google Cloud. We'll be using this free tier plan. I'll start from scratch, from creating the account to registering the domain name and also creating the WordPress site. So I'll keep it as beginner friendly as possible so everybody can follow along. So let's get started. So here I'll just quickly go ahead and register myself. I think I need to input card details, so I'll just quickly do that. Alright guys, now that you created your account, you're gonna see a dashboard something similar to this. The next step from here is to create a new project. So that is like right here. You click on this one and I think these are like the default ones. So I'm just gonna anyway create a new project. So click here on new project. And you cannot change your name after once you've given this one here, but it doesn't really matter. You can give whatever name you want. So I'm just gonna basically type in a name. Right, and from here click on create, and I think we need to choose someone. Okay, it's actually creating. I think it's gonna take a bit. Right, here it is. So click on this, and once your project is created, now it's time to install WordPress on it. So we need to go to marketplace to choose stack. Right, so once you're in the marketplace, search for WordPress. Alright, so here you have like plenty of options here. You can choose Bitnami or you can choose Openlite, but I'm gonna be for this tutorial I'm just gonna be using Openlite to install WordPress. So go ahead and click that. Right, so here you can actually see the pricing and the details of Openlite. You can also head over to their website to see more. But if you just want to get straight into the installation, then you can just choose check the pricing here. So it is free to install, but if you exceed a certain limit, then or once your $300 credit is over, you will be charged. Here are the prices. This is an estimate, so keep an eye on this one. So once you're happy with that, you can click on launch. So here's your deployment settings page, and here's where you configure before you proceed. So this is the deployment name. You can leave it as it is or you can change. And here's a zone. You need to be specific with your zone, and you need to choose what is available on the free tier. For example, let me show you. If you take a look at this page, I'll link it in the description. There are specific regions that are eligible for a free tier, so you need to make sure that you're choosing them. For example, where is it? Here. So these are the ones that are eligible for the free tier. Anything else, I don't think it's included, so I'll link this page so you can actually have a better idea. So we go back to this page and choose US West, I think. Right, yeah, so US West. And this is a machine type, so the higher the machine type, you're going to be charged accordingly. So if you choose this, you can actually see the price increase. So I'm just going to leave it to micro, 0.6 GB. And this is the boot disk. Again, like the higher the storage, you're gonna see a price increase here. So I'm gonna keep it to standard, and the boot disk probably 30 GB. And oops. Right, so 30 GB, and make sure these are checked in, because we would need all of these HTTP, HTTPS and all of that. So once you've done this, click on I accept and click deploy. Alright, if you see this page and no errors and you have successfully deployed WordPress, you have your site address here and then the admin URL. So basically, if this is not a static IP address yet. It's a dynamic one, which means if you close your instance and again open it, this will keep changing, which is not something we want. So if you take a look at this IP address and you click here, this warning is fine because we haven't really configured SSL yet, so we just need to remove the S from here. And if you see this page, then it's good to go. So the next step is basically to make this IP address static instead of dynamic, so then we can connect to the domain name. So to do that, you need to go back to this page and click on the sidebar and go to the network, VPC network and external IP address. You click here and yep, so here this is the dynamic IP address that we have, and we need to make it static. So you click here and click static and just give this a name, and oops, okay, and click reserve. Wait for a bit. Yep, so now you have a static IP address. If you go to this domain, it should be the same thing. Yep. Okay, now that this is done, the next step is to get a domain name and connect to this one, and we can go ahead with our WordPress installation. Okay, so I'll quickly go and get a domain name. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be using Namecheap to register my domain name because the privacy protection is included. But if you want to choose something else, it's totally up to you. Alright, so now that we've registered the domain, we just need to connect the IP address to this domain. So to do that, we need to go to the DNS settings of the domain. And we need to create an A record. So you click on add new record, A record, and the host is at, and the IP address is this one. And click save changes. And add again an A record. This time it's www dot, and sorry, no dot, just 3 W's, and the same IP address, and click save change. So that's it, but you might need to wait for a bit for here the DNS to propagate. So I'll continue in maybe an hour or something from now. Alright guys, so I waited almost a day for the whole thing to be fine. Maybe because it's a new domain name, I don't know, it took a while for the propagation to happen, and you can actually see now, if I click search in what's my DNS.net, you can actually see it just propagated throughout. So now we can go and continue with our process. So the first thing now is go back to your dashboard and look for deployment manager. There, and choose your deployments. Alright, here we need to open up the SSH. Alright, here we need to open up the SSH. So you click here and click on open in browser window. If for some reason it's giving you an error, just close this window and open it again. It should be fine, because I had a little bit of error when I was trying to do it for the first time. Alright, now we need to enter the domain name without www, so just enter only your domain name. Verify if it is correct. Yes. Yes. Now we need to type in the email address. Type in your real email address. I mean, I'm just going to give info@website14.com, so just for the sake, but when you're doing it, type in your real email address. Yes. Yes. Alright guys, so as you can see, it's done now. In case you get an error, like, you can actually run it all over again. It should work. And now it's time to install WordPress on this domain now. So previously, if you have seen, we didn't really go inside WordPress admin or anything like that. So for Openlite, this is how it works. So now that this is done, our HTTPS is done, so we should be able to run WordPress now. So let's open a new tab and go to the domain name. And you will be prompted to the installation page, and click continue. So now you can actually log in. And there we go. So this is the dashboard, and we have successfully installed WordPress. Okay, so the one thing you need to do before we proceed with phpMyAdmin and all of that is to create a swap file. It's just for safety, just in case. It's always advisable to have a swap file. So to do that, you need to go to the same SSH, open in browser window. It's pretty easy to create. I mean, we're just going to use like some commands. I'll put it in the description. You can just copy paste them, but I would recommend not to skip this step. So we'll be creating 1 GB of swap file, and here are the commands for that. So you copy this first and hit enter. Right, now this second one, this is for the permission. Right, now we make swap file. Okay, and now to check the swap file, you need to type in htop, and here we go. So the swap file have been created. Right, so the next step, I'm going to show you how to access the phpMyadmin. Alright guys, now to access the phpMyadmin, it's pretty easy. We just need to go to the domain name /phpMyadmin. So that's website14.com/phpMyadmin. So we go here, you get this page, and the username by default it's going to be root, and the password we need to get it from the command line. So you go back to this page and open up the command line, and you just need to paste this command, which I'll give in the description, and you get the password. You just need to copy this and paste it here, and that should work. Yeah, so here's where you can access your databases and all of that. Alright guys, so the final thing I want to show you is how to edit the php.ini file. So in case you want to increase your upload file sizes and all of that, you can do it from your command line. So again, you open up the command line and type in this command, sudo -i, and from here you need to navigate to your php.ini's location. Usually it's pretty similar in most cases, but I'll anyway post this command. And there it is. So to read and edit, we need to type in the command vi php.ini. Right, so here is the upload file size. In case you wanted to look for it, you need to type in /6. Either you can search by like the amount, or you can just search by the post max size. Right, so it is currently 69. I'm gonna make it maybe 90. So to do that, you need to press enter and then go here and press the button insert, and from here just change it. So right now again you press escape, and I think we need to change one more as well, upload size. So again, for that, slash, here it is 69 currently, and I'm going to make it 90. So again, press enter and choose the button, click the button insert, and you should be able to edit. Right, and press escape. And from here you just need to type this one. So that's colon, WQ and apostrophe, and you click enter. And now the file is edited, but for it to like update, you need to actually kill PHP. That's more like restarting PHP, and there is a command for that. You just need to type this, and now it should be done. Let's check it. And there we go. So that's how you do it, guys. So I think that's about it. If you need any help, please comment. Thank you for watching.